have been going a long time without the truth because why? We have been taught lies in the church. That's why a lot of our people don't trust in God today because they think it's all a fake thing. But we're going to show y'all what the truth is today. Read.
Psalms chapter 119 verse 142.
Bring it out.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
Hey, my brother with the camouflage on right here. Would you agree that the churches are telling us lies today? Would you agree with that? A lot of our people don't understand that. What about y'all back there? Do y'all agree that the church is teaching us lies today?
Check it out.
Do y'all think that? Because a lot of our people don't understand that God's laws is the truth.
Right.
You understand? And that's one of the things that's not being taught in the church. When we go to the church, it's always songs being played. There's always dances going on. But what about the actual things that we're supposed to apply in the Bible? Give me that in Amos chapter 5 and verse 8. God don't want to hear our songs anymore. God don't want to hear us singing to him when we not doing what we supposed to be doing. Hey, my brother right here, would you agree that the church is telling lies today? Huh? No? No? All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Watch this. Read.
Amos chapter 5 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
I hate your feast. I despise your feast in your assembly. Read.
Amos chapter 5 verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I would not accept them. Neither would I regard peace offerings of your fat beasts.
Hey, so my brother, God said, did you ever hear about this in the Bible? God said to his people, he say, I don't want to hear none of y'all songs or anything that y'all got. What you got, bro?
The image of Christ and who we are in the Bible.
So the image of Christ and who we are in the Bible, very two important things that we need to know as a people. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of our people don't know who we are.
Right.
You understand? Watch this. Give me Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. We're going to go ahead and start it off real slow for the brother. Watch this. Start at verse 1.
Bring it out.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 1.
Bring it out.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show his servants things which must surely come to pass.
So my brother, check this out. The Bible said this is the revealing of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto his servant to show unto his people. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people come to you and say, we ain't never seen God before. How we ain't never seen God when it's clearly depicted right here? He's saying this is the revealing of what he actually looks like.
Right.
You understand? This lets you know that the churches have been teaching us lies because the true depiction of Christ is actually mentioned in the Bible. Let's read it. Start at verse 13.
And verse 13, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
All right, so it's giving you descriptions of what Christ actually looks like. What picture or vision this man is seeing of Christ. You understand what I'm saying? Whenever we go and we look at the images that they have online, when we type in Jesus Christ, what comes up? If you just go on Google right now, you type up Jesus Christ, what's gonna come up? What's the image is gonna look like? Is it gonna look like this? Yeah. You can agree with that, right? So you know what I'm saying? We're going to see in the Bible, does it actually describe him like that? You understand? Watch this.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So remember, we reading the revelation about Jesus Christ. It say he had a garment on, clothed down to the foot. So that means he's just not a spirit. In order for you to have clothes on, you got to have what? A body.
Right.
You understand? So Christ was an actual person. He was an actual man. He had clothes on just like we have clothes. He can breathe and he can smell just like we can breathe and smell. You understand?
Right.
But watch this. Read.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
And he had a golden girdle on, showing what? Royalty.
Right.
You understand? We are a special people. Watch this. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
It said Christ's hair on his face and the hair on his head was white like wool.
Right.
White in color, woolly in texture.
Right.
You understand? This person right here that we type in Jesus Christ on the Google, does he have white woolly hair? Do you see white woolly hair on this person? No, absolutely not. So the question should be in your mind: who is this then? Who is this person that they've been showing us for this long amount of time, saying that this is Jesus Christ? Who is that? I'm gonna let you know. It's Cesar Borgia. It's the false image of Christ.
Right.
You understand? Pope Alexander VI. This is his son. They made this image to replace the actual true depiction of what Jesus Christ actually looks like.
Right.
You understand? So Christ's hair on his head and the hair on his face was white and woolly in texture. You understand? What people on the face of this earth have woolly textured hair? Touch the top of your head. They call it nappy, but it's actually woolly hair.
Right.
You know? Whenever they was rocking the afros, we made that thing popular because our hair defines gravity. You understand? They hair fall down. They want to be like us. Right. You understand? Christ had the same type of hair you got on top of your head.
That's right.
You understand? Watch this, read.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
When you look at this depiction right here, what color is this man's eyes? Come step closer. Come step closer. I want you to see this. What color is this man's eyes right here? Is that blue? That's blue. What the Bible say?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Is this the true depiction of Christ? So what are they talking about? They said that this was Jesus Christ. And everybody know about these images.
Right.
But the Bible said Christ had red eyes. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning what? Christ drank wine in moderation. You understand? So whenever you drink a little something, the white of your eyes start to turn red. That's what that's going into.
Right.
So it's giving you a depiction of how Christ looked. But it gets better. Watch this, read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So would you agree if I looked at the top of your feet, if you had some slides on, if I looked at the top of your feet, wouldn't it be the same color as the rest of your body? Yeah, okay. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So it says, I want you to start at the top again because I missed that part. Read it.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So the top of your feet gonna be the same color as the rest of your body. And it says Christ's feet was like unto fine brass. What color of derivative is brass? What color is that? Think about it. A brass trumpet. A brass doorknob. What color would that be? Gold is brown color, right? But it says this as well. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
You take anything and you burn it, what color will it turn? If I take some, if I'm cooking some white rice on top of the stove and I burn that thing, what color is it gonna turn? It's gonna turn black, right? So it says, it already said that he had a goldish, brownish, skin tone already, but it said as if it burned in a furnace. This is what we gotta start to read and comprehend for ourselves, because anybody can come and say anything. They can come and say you a murderer, but until I actually look into the lifestyle, what you actually do and how you live, I can't say that you're a murderer just off top.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's the same thing with this. We got to identify Christ or what the Bible say Christ actually looks like. You understand what I'm saying? So it says his feet was like fine brass as if they burned in the furnace. We went over earlier. I asked you, I say, is the top of your feet the same color as the rest of your body? You agree, right? So if Christ's feet was dark as if they burned in the furnace, what color do you think the rest of his body was?
Same color.
It's the same color.
Right.
So guess what? Christ was actually a black man according to the Bible.
That's right.
If Christ was walking around on this earth right now today, he would look like you and me. He will be called the same things we call. You understand what I'm saying? But we have been taught lies. That's why I stated earlier that we have been taught lies in the church. That's your boys. Hey, look, call that number on the flyer, bro, because it's some good information in there. You understand? So a lot of our people don't know this. A lot of our people don't know what the true image of Christ is. And because they don't know the true image of Christ, we hate ourselves.
Right.
We hate the way we look. We hate our hair. You understand? We look for other things in other nations when we don't have to. Go to Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. These are the things that's plaguing us in the community today. We look at one another with disgust. We look at our God with disgust. We don't even want to serve the true God of this Bible. We want to continue serving the oppressor that has been put over us. Read this.
Proverbs chapter 3 verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
The Bible says we are not supposed to envy our oppressors. We are not supposed to be doing the same things that they are doing. We're supposed to be leading by example. Right. We're supposed to be setting forth everything on this earth.
Right.
You understand? We're not supposed to be going out celebrating Christmas. We're not supposed to be going out celebrating Halloween.
That's right.
These are the things that the other nations do, our oppressors do. The people who put us in shackles and chains, they taught us these things that we keep in the day. When you out popping fireworks for the 4th of July, you ain't popping it for your salvation, you popping it for the destruction that they did unto you.
Right.
That's what a lot of our people don't understand. So God says, envy not the oppressor and don't choose none of his ways. God gave us holidays that we supposed to keep. God gave us things that we supposed to live by. Where you think all these things come from? But one thing we got to understand, because we not doing that, everything on this earth is out of course.
Right.
Everything. Give me Psalms chapter 82 and verse 5.
Bring it up.
Because a lot of our people don't understand how upside down society is today. You got men that want to be women. You got women that want to be men. You got opposite sex sleeping with each other. All these things are going on in the community, and it's not held by the standard of God. They're not doing what God say. Let's see what God say. Read.
Psalms chapter 82 verse 5. Bring it up. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness.
God said we are walking on in darkness. When you walking in darkness, you can't see nothing.
Right.
That's why our people can't see past today. Somebody said something one time. They say other nations, they plan for the future and we only plan for the day.
Right.
That's a curse according to the Bible. God is saying because we walk in darkness, we can't see past the day. You understand? Keep reading.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
He say all the foundations of the earth are out of course. The things that we are supposed to be founded on, like basic marital principles, these things are the foundations of the earth. But because we are not teaching these things and we're not leading by examples, everything is out of course.
Right.
We got presidents making same-sex laws, saying that a man can marry a man. That thing is out of course. That's a foundation that's out of course.
Right.
You understand? We got our people selling drugs to each other just because they want to feed their family. That's self-destruction. Why sell drugs to your brother when he stay right next to you in the same community you live in?
That's right.
You're destroying your community slow by slow. And this is what the Bible is saying. The foundations of the earth are out of course. Read.
I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
But God said we are gods.
Right.
God wrote that in the Bible for us.
Right.
He said that we are gods. You understand what I'm saying? Hold this. Go to John chapter 10 and verse 34. He said this in the Bible. God said that we are the people that are supposed to be following him. My sister, come and listen to us real quick, because we got a lot of things we got to show our people. Read that real quick.
John chapter 10 verse 34.
Bring it up.
Jesus answered them, is it not written in your law? I said, ye are gods.
Hey, God said, is it not written in your law, in the Bible, that I said that you was gods? That's what he's talking about. He's talking about what he written about us. He's not talking to every nation on this earth.
Right.
We got to start to understand that, and when we understand that, we'll get on the right path with God. Go back to Psalm chapter 85 and verse 82 and verse 5 and read it again.
Psalm chapter 82 verse 5.
Bring it up.
They know not, neither will they understand.
And that's the problem. We do not know.
Right.
We don't know who we are. We don't know where we going. We don't know what we supposed to be. But that's why God sent the prophets out here to tell us what we supposed to be doing.
That's right.
He sent us out here to prophesy and tell y'all a destruction is coming to America.
Teach y'all.
He sent us to prophesy and tell you that the valley of dry bones is actually you.
Right.
You are going to be rising up on your feet in the last days and teaching your people and showing your people who they are.
Right.
This is what we are held to. God made us the princes of this earth.
Right.
We got to start to act like it. Sisters, God made y'all the princesses. Y'all got to start to act like it.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? But if we do not know who we are, how can we do these things?
Right.
Give me Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. And I hope somebody hearing this, because a lot of our people don't understand that the Bible is written to us and it's for us.
Right.
This is how we begin to be successful in life, when we follow the things that's written in this Bible. Read.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Look at what the Bible is saying. The Bible is giving a similitude. God is describing the ox and the ass two dumb animals that know where to find their crib. They know where to find their home.
Right.
You understand? He's giving a comparison for some. Watch this, read.
But Israel do it not know. My people do it not consider.
But he say Israel don't know and they don't consider. God is comparing us to the animals just to show you how low we have become.
Right.
But it's a new day. God said that we're going to be standing up on our feet. That's why we out here teaching our people who they are.
That's right.
A lot of these churches out here, they not coming out here to teach our people that they the Israelites.
Teach out.
They not showing you that the people in Israel today are the fake Jews and that they lying and pretending to be you.
Right.
They not coming out and telling you these things, but the Israelites are. Why are we getting so much backlash? Read.
Sinful nation, a people laden with sin.
But God say we are a sinful nation, meaning what? We do not want to apply the laws of God.
Right.
We do not want to apply the laws of God. And therefore, when we don't apply the laws of God, we are laden with sin. Meaning what? We are covered in sin.
Right.
Everywhere you see in our communities, we in sin. Whether it be us eating unclean foods. That's why we have high blood pressure in the community.
Right.
That's why heart disease is #1 in the black community. These things are going on. And this is for the Hispanic brothers as well. We are obese. A lot of our people can't stop eating. They can't put down the plate. These are the things that's going on in our community.
Bring it out.
God say we are covered in sin. We are covered in a gross darkness. You understand what I'm saying? Read.
A seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord.
Said children that are corrupters because why? We are corrupting the things that God gave us to be glorified.
Right.
We are corrupting the things that He gave us to show forth His glory. Because when we go forth in this world and we carry ourselves a certain way, it shows how God is because we are God's people.
Right.
Hey, my brother in the Impala, come talk to me real quick. Come talk to me real quick because a lot of our people don't understand what it means to actually be a child of God.
Bring it out.
We'll say we're a child of God all day long, but when it actually comes to applying the things that a child of God would actually do, everybody want to run.
Right.
That's why the Bible say we are corrupters of the things that God have given us. Read.
They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
And we provoke God unto anger. Why you think we living the way we living? Why you think we living paycheck to paycheck, subject to payments? These are the things that God is angry with us about because why? We are not following His commandments. So guess what? We gotta suffer. We gotta suffer so that we can hear our God.
Right.
You know why? Because if we not suffering and we not going through anything, we gonna think everything all good. It's not supposed to be good. Why you think the gas prices are rising sky high? People can barely afford to pay their rent.
Bring it out.
Gas prices is through the roof.
Right.
You got all these things going on. And when the oil and things are affected over across seas, that affects everything in our community.
Right.
The very things that you going in Walmart to get, like the medicines and all these things, these are petroleum-based things.
Right.
These things, it takes oil to make these things for you to get healed. But God is putting us through this oppression because why? We ain't listening to the word. Read.
They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken anymore?
And it has gotten to a point to where God is wondering why am I even striking y'all anymore? Y'all need to be healed because y'all have been stricken so much to the point to where we don't even acknowledge God anymore.
Right.
You understand? All we know is there's a higher power and that's it. That's what our people put their stock in. They put their stock in a God that they don't know. And they continue to follow in that thing. Continue to read.
Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick.
My sister, would you agree that so-called black people in the community, God said the whole head of our people is sick? Meaning what? Our leaders are not leading us in the right direction.
Right.
When it comes to the things that we need in the community, nobody is standing up for the so-called black people.
Right.
When you look at our leaders, we look at leaders as basketball players, entertainers, singers. These are not leaders. These are not the people that we're supposed to be looking toward to lead a nation. We are simply falling into the same cycle of entertaining the people that put us in oppression.
Right.
Read.
And the whole heart faint, and from the sole of the foot even to the head.
Hey, my brother, would you agree with that? God say, Our people are stricken from the sole of the foot even to the head, meaning the whole body sick. Why you think our people gotta constantly go to the doctor? Why we gotta constantly go? My sister, why do so-called black people gotta constantly go to the doctor? Huh? Why do our people have to constantly go to the doctor? That's my question. Huh? Because of health problems, right? Let me show you something, my sister. It's not just because of the health problems, right? Go to Sirach chapter 38 and verse 15. It's not just because of the health problems, but it's because we keep sinning against God.
Right.
You understand? We are God's chosen people. I'm going to show you this out of the Bible. Watch this. You probably never heard this in your church, so I'm going to give it to you, right? Read.
Sirach chapter 38 verse 15.
Bring it up.
He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician.
God said, all my people that sinning before me, let them fall into the hands of the physician. Why you think we keep going to the doctor?
Right.
God is trying to get our attention, my sister.
Right.
You understand? High blood pressure is a major thing in the black community. So with that, we got to understand, we got to start coming back to God, because these things are happening to us because we not listening to him.
Right.
But my question to you is, how do we get God to listen to us?
You have to get on your knees and pray.
You got to get on your knees and pray. Okay, what else?
Of all your sins.
All your sins, okay.
To live your life holy.
Okay.
Before him.
You saying some good things, my sister. But watch this. I'm going to show you something out of the Bible that you probably didn't know. Watch this, read.
Hosea chapter 5 verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
God said he's going to go and return to his place. Meaning what? He's not going to answer any of our prayers until we do something. You understand? Read it again, what we got to do.
I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
What God say we got to do, my sister? I want to see if you following along.
Acknowledge his offense.
We got to acknowledge our offense. We got to acknowledge our offense.
Right.
And then when we acknowledge our offense and what we did against our God, let's see.
And seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
God say, when you get afflicted, that's when you're going to seek him. And you're going to seek him early, because why? You're going to wonder why you're going through the things that you're going through.
Right.
But I want to give you the answer to the question, right? Whenever we going through things, it's a reason why. You understand? Let me show you something. 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. This is how we acknowledge our offense, right? 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. And this ain't being taught in the church, and this is why our communities look the way they look. You understand? Watch this, read.
1 John chapter 3 verse 4. Whosoever committed sin, transgresseth also the law.
So sin is something bad, right? But right here what we reading, God is telling you specifically what sin is. Read it again.
Whosoever committed sin, transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So God says sin, which is that offense, is the transgression of his law.
Right.
So when we start to apply the laws of God, then we stay out of sin.
That's right.
And then all those good things that you mentioned earlier, when you said we gotta get on our knees and pray, what's some other things you had said? Be holy. All these things go into that. But all you gotta do is do what? Keep the laws of God. That's it. That's all you gotta do. So what we gotta do is, once we start doing that, and I'm gonna show you that in the Bible where it talk about our prayers. Watch this. Go to John chapter 9 and verse 31. And then I'm gonna give you some laws to see if you following along. What you got?
Hey, Mr. James.
Mr. James?
I don't want to pass this ball. Just give him like our culture and heritage. He know we the Israelites, and I was talking about how the young men don't respect their elders.
And that's something we was just going over, Mr. James. So what I'm going over with my sister right here, and with you, Mr. James, is we have committed offense against God, right? As a people, we have committed an offense against God, and I'm showing my sister what that offense is. We just read in 1 John chapter 3. Pay attention, Mr. James. What's your name, my sister?
Judy.
Miss Judy. So watch this. We just read, Mr. James, we just read in 1 John chapter 3, right? What sin was. Did you know what sin was? Let me read it for you. I got you. I got you. Watch this, read.
1 John chapter 3 verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So this is that offense. The sin is the transgression of God's laws.
Right.
Can y'all agree? Do y'all know whenever y'all go to church, can y'all recall any of God's laws being taught in the church? Well, the pastor actually sat down with the congregation and said, "Hey, we can't do these things right here. Hey, we got to keep this right here."
Right.
Do they do that in the church? When you go to the church, it's a concert. Cause that's what I'm seeing now today. It's a big old concert. Everybody come and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? They say, "Praise the Lord, praise the Lord." But then when everybody leave, we doing the opposite.
Right.
Am I lying? All right. So the Bible say we got to come back to God's laws, right?
Right.
Without us keeping God's laws, the prayer won't work. And that's what I was about to go into showing Miss Judy, because that's one of the things she said that we got to do to get closer to God.
Right.
Give me John chapter 9 verse 31. Read.
John chapter 9 verse 31.
Bring it up.
Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
You hear what John say? God say he don't hear sinners.
Right.
But in the Christian church, they'll tell you God love the sinner and hate the sin.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? See how big of a contradiction that is? Read.
But if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will.
It say if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will. Doing his will is how you worship him. You understand? Hold that. Let's see what his will is. It's going to all go back to the same thing. This is what they're supposed to be teaching in the church, but it's not being taught. So that's why we coming out here, because we love our people. We see the conditions that we in.
That's right.
We understand that it's hard for us in America,
Right.
because we ain't getting nothing. We ain't getting nowhere because we ain't doing this. Watch this.
Psalms chapter 40 verse 8. I delight to do thy will, oh my God.
So this is King David. He said, "I delight to do thy will, oh my God." Read.
Yea, thy law is within my heart.
He said, what was in his heart?
Thy law is within my heart.
There we go again. We back to that law. That law is very important. Read. Is it on that?
Yeah.
Go back to John 9:31, and then we gonna get some laws.
John chapter 9 verse 31.
Bring it up.
Now we know that God heareth not sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will, him he heareth.
So, when we keep God's laws, which is what his will is, he will hear your prayers.
Right.
But if you ain't doing his will and you ain't keeping his law, he ain't hearing you. You understand? He wants you to acknowledge what you're doing against him.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.